Being told no over and over again has been the single best part in building my business, not because the rejection felt good, but because every no these past few months has taught me more than the yeses ever could. Building Clever meant I had to do a lot of cold outreach, which means sending messages to people who don't really know about you or what you are doing. So I had to send different messages to hundreds of people, asking them if they were interested in what I'm doing, but mainly if they had the same problem that I was trying to fix. And based on that, if they said yes, they do have the problem, then I would then talk about Clever and ask them if they'll be willing to get on a call for me to talk more with them and share the idea and see if they'll be interested in trying it out. So I had to do a lot of cold outreach because the people that I had in my contact, like family and friends, they were not the ones that I was going to use to build this company. So I had to do a lot of cold outreach and send them messages. This outreach had lasted for like maybe 3 weeks now, and I've gotten the no's and the no's. A lot of people ghosting you, like you send messages, you see your message, they will not respond. People that have not opened the message for like a month. People that see it and they say no. So I kept on doing this. I sent my first like 25 messages, and the no's and the ghosting and everything, I felt like stopping. So I didn't send anymore. But after some time I realized that the more, if I really want to start getting some output, some good results, I have to increase my reps and send more messages. So I sent some more, and then I started getting some feedback, but the no's were still a lot more than that. But then I noticed that after I reached to about like 50 plus, getting to like 100 messages, I began to feel numb, like I didn't really care about the no's anymore. And it wasn't that the no's were hurting, but I'd gotten them so much that I'm like, I didn't really care. It's like if somebody has beaten you so much that now your body is used to the beating, that kind of thing. So I didn't really care about the no's anymore. Initially, when people told me no, they were not interested, I was feeling like I was taking it personal, that what I'm doing is not good enough and people don't like it. But I got to understand that the no's don't necessarily mean that my product is bad. It just means that maybe the person isn't my ideal client, they're not who I'm looking for, or maybe my offer is just not good enough. So understanding the first one, especially that probably they are not my ideal client, I just understood that it doesn't mean that what I'm doing is bad. It just means that I found the wrong person. So I just keep on doing until I find a person that my product is meant for. So with that understanding, it may help me keep on pushing. That I got numb to the no's, all right. And I also understood that someone telling you no could mean that they are not the person you're looking for. So that's just for the news. But there's something about putting yourself out there even when you're not ready. When I first got the idea of Clever and I knew that this is something that had potential and I could run with it, I went on and I updated my LinkedIn profile because I'm not pushing Clever and I was going to push him on LinkedIn. Even though I hadn't made the product yet, I updated my LinkedIn profile so that if anybody stumbles my LinkedIn account, they can already like have an idea of what I'm doing. So if I talk to them about it, my LinkedIn profile is already speaking for me. So I did that, and that single action, even though I felt like I felt should I say imposter syndrome? I felt a bit, I don't know if I say shy about it. That single action is what led me to get invited for a networking event, because somebody stumbled on my profile. He said he saw what I was doing, he found that it was interesting. I felt like I'll be a great person to be in the networking event. And from that networking event, I met people who gave me more ideas on how to improve what I'm doing, how to improve Clever. But I also met people that are doing something similar, but in different aspects and different angles. And I even got people that were willing to try out what I was doing. But it all came down to me really being able to put myself out there, even though I didn't feel ready. And with all of like this whole thing of, wanting to start a business and like making it big, it's like doing it, I began to feel the famous word imposter syndrome. I began to feel like I wasn't ready for it. Because I realized that this game that I'm doing, the same exact thing that guys like Alex Mose and all these other people are doing. So I'm like, what is the chances of me crushing in this game when this is the same game that these guys that are worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars are doing? So how am I going to fit in this? I had to like rub that feeling off me, because everyone, like all of them started from nothing, all of them started from zero. So just because right now I'm in my beginning stages and they are all the way up there, doesn't really mean I can't get there. I just have to keep on showing up and shake off the imposter syndrome. So initially I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because I was not sure if I was going to make it in this kind of thing, because I've tried on businesses before and they didn't work out. So I was shaky, I was not very sure. But I came to the realization that I'm saying I want to get a different kind of result. So yeah, and if I really want to get that kind of result, I have to just go all in and fully, I don't know if I say embody, but like fully accept what I am becoming. The fact that I have literally a startup right now, I have a product that can help people and that has a lot of potential. So I'm being a founder. I'm a founder of Clever until the name changes. So I decided that there's no point of letting imposter syndrome hold me back. I just have to accept what I'm doing and like go on with confidence. And after all, I can really see proof of being confident about what you're talking about. No other person needs to know that you're still figuring things out. You just have to keep on showing up. But then the most absurd thing happened to me just when I could see progress, when people were replying to my DMs, people were accepting my connection request, I was going for networking events, people were being interested in Clever. I wanted to quit. Like I was beginning to consider just stopping. And I was surprised because when I was not getting any traction, when everything was still very dry, I was showing up. But now that I'm getting some, like, you can see things are opening up, things are moving. Now I wanted to back down. And I realized that sometimes the temptation to quit isn't even when things are the hardest. Sometimes it's when things are just about to start working. Because it's just like the famous memes and stuff we see where somebody is chipping some ice and they're trying to get some treasure. And then you just stop when they're one chip away from getting to the treasure. Or the same kind of thing that happens. I don't know how many people who have stopped just too early, just before things were going to work. And of course, I'm still pretty early in this journey, and I still have a lot ahead of me, a lot of challenges I'm still going to face. But the little that I've experienced now, the nose, the just jumping into the water even if I couldn't swim, everything, it has shown me that entrepreneurship is not about being ready. It's about feeling like you're not ready and still doing it otherwise. Even now, I still think of Clever and I'm like, can I really pull this off? Or just like, even if I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it because I think what's the fun of life if you're always living safe? So yeah, as I mentioned, Clever has started picking up and I'm seeing some potential. People are being interested and stuff. But now I got a dilemma. So I still have a job that I'm doing, and I have this business that I'm growing. I'm building my personal brand as well, which involves me planning my content, shooting videos, editing videos, and I also have university that is going to resume in the next month or so. So that my workload has become so much, and it's becoming impossible to manage everything together. So the main bottleneck has always been around the videos because I can't delegate someone to build this for me because I've not even fully shaped the idea myself. So then I was thinking, because initially I wanted to hire a video editor some time back, but I was like, the cost and this, so I was like, let me just try and do it myself. Well, after like this month especially, now that I've gotten something significantly more added to my plate, I'm like, I can't keep on doing it Clever, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but the last video I posted, which was the one about about why smart people are broke, something like that. The gap between that one and the next video is almost 2 weeks, and that was because I've shot my videos, but I didn't have time to edit it. Like I would finish everything, I'll be so tired. It's like 1 in the morning. I totally crashed out for like 2 days because I couldn't handle the stress. And I'm like, now when school comes, how am I going to manage everything? So I had to apply that principle of buying back your time. And I'm like, yes, I'm saying I don't want to spend money, but because I don't want to spend money, I'm holding myself back in other areas. So I had to like hire someone. So I hired a video editor, and honestly, I feel like this is one of the best decisions I've ever made, because now I feel less stressed and I'm being able to put energy in the other aspects of my life that really needs my time. Because video editing, yes, I've been editing my videos before, but I'm not like a pro. And there's someone that has been doing it for way longer than me, is way better than me, can do it way faster than me. So there's no point of me struggling to do it, especially when I can afford to pay someone. I know when I first heard Ali Abdul mention this, I was like, you're talking about it because you have the money. But now that I've made a decision myself, I'm like, it's not really about having all the money in the world, but it's about if you're saying that the benefit of hiring someone or delegating a task that you know can be done perfectly well by someone else, if the reward for that is way outweighs the cost, then you should go out for it. So in my case, I went out for it. I know kind of everything I'm saying right now, I feel like I'm just saying different things all around, but I'm just telling you guys how it's feeling right now for me. And Clever is happens to be one of the routes to getting there. So I'm just telling you guys different things that have been happening in my life right now. And for those people that are also like on their own journey to building something, trying to get rich, and trying to build a brand, whatever, we can share and learn together. Now, this last point, this is the single most important part of building a business. I'm not saying it because I have all the experience, but because I've been making the same mistakes before, and thank God I learned enough to not repeat the same mistake again. And this is, many people, when they have an idea, they start building it and bring it out to the public when they have spent months working on it, and then sadly maybe they're unable to market it properly, or they don't find the right people, or it's generally not really needed in the market. But when I got Clever, once I knew that this had potential, I already did interviews before getting the idea. So that was already some form of validation. But even after that, before building it, I spent some time asking people if they were willing to sign up for this, if they were willing to try this. I wanted to be even more sure that not just am I doing something that is needed, but I have people that can sell it to. So I spent a good amount of time going straight to the horse's mouth and asking people, hey, do you have this problem? Okay, yeah, you have this problem. So are you willing to try this? I'm working on this. Will you try it out? And based on that feedback, I then asked them another question: how is your workflow? And if you like, I try to get enough feedback so that what I create actually solves their problem. So it's not just about me validating that is needed, but me getting enough information so that what I'm creating is going to help them. I don't know if you guys are getting my point. I learned this some time ago that your highest shareholders or your actual bosses of the business are actually your clients or your customers. Because if those guys stop buying from you, you're cooked. That's the honest fact. The only people that are keeping the business going are those that are buying your products or buying your services. And so I know that clients are the most important part. That's why I spent a good amount of time talking to people to get real feedback, to see how to create Clever even before version 1 is out. Yeah, and of course there's a tendency to spend way too much time in this. So I gave myself a deadline, and my deadline was the 15th of July. And even if I don't get like 10 people, as far as I have good enough, I've gotten something good enough, I just move on to the next stage. Don't spend an unnecessary long amount of time saying you're trying to be 100% sure. Get enough data, enough proof, enough feedback, and then go to the next stage and move. Like, just keep moving things. Yeah. So yeah, in general, I say that the no's were the best part so far of building this business. In general, the no's are actually the best parts of building this business so far. Not because it felt nice, but because it gave me a kind of a hard skin, which I need in business, because not everybody is going to agree with what you are doing. And if I'm learning to develop that hard skin now before things even get tougher, it's way easier for me to last. But imagine I entered the market and everybody was liking what I'm doing. Then immediately, as things goes on, I start facing some tension, some friction. It's likely for me to give up at that time. And aside that as well, the notes help me improve, because the message that I used to send people at the beginning is not the same message I'm using now. The message I'm using now is giving me more feedback compared to the first one. The very first one was like a blatant pitch, but this one is a more conversational kind of message that is helping people to like lean in and not shut you out immediately. So yeah, that is how it's going so far at Clever. Those of you that are also like building businesses or building your brand, whatever they are doing, I would like you guys to just shout out in the comments. And if there's anything you'd like me to share next time, do well to let me know in the comments. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys watched my last video, but I did mention that I created a template that I use for doing my discovery phase of asking questions and stuff like that, and even the template where I stored all the data. If you guys are interested in that, you can just check in the description, and that description also that link also contains the actual message template I used to send to those people during my problem discovery phase. So you can check that out. And also I have my newsletter. I don't know how many of you guys know about that, so you can just use the link in the description as well to subscribe to my newsletter. See you guys in the next one. But that video where I mentioned why it's about smart people, that video, you guys should just watch it here. As a smart person, I really recommend that you watch that video. Right? Smart people are broke. Yeah. See you guys.